Hello and welcome to Kelson Starts, where we go where our minds takes us. Today I want to go over a few of these old sayings that we may know, but not know. We may know them in the modern sense, but we don't know the full origins of these sayings. And a lot of times, the original sayings are the opposite of what they mean today. And I find it fascinating, and it goes to show that as time goes on, things change. Just like language evolves over time. Whichever continent you live on, whichever country you live in, whichever nationality you are, you realize that the dialect have changed from the past. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for worse. And with all that said, I just want to jump into the first one, which is blood is thicker than water. Depending on where you are listening this, maybe you don't know it, but maybe you do. But they're saying blood is thicker than water. In layman's terms, means that family ties are more important than any other connections you may make outside of your family. However, the full saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which is roughly translated to literally being the opposite of what the shorter saying is. The connections you make outside of your blood relatives sometimes are more important. When you go forth and get married, when you form a covenant before God, that is more important. And it's to me it's just fascinating. I like to learn new things. I relish the idea of learning something new, right? And when I find these things out, it's and it's just pique my curiosity. Very much so, actually. Right? The other one is a jack of all trades, right? Jack of all trades, master of none, right? That would say that someone that knows a lot of little things, basically, it is best if they were to go for it and learn and master one craft instead of knowing a bunch of different crafts, right? However, the full saying is a jack of all trades is oftentimes better than a master of one. Again, this gives context because let me backtrack. If you're from Jamaica, right? They should be going to mostly Jamaican audience, but nonetheless, just last week, recently, a young lady, on her 21st birthday, she was taking shots, and I think she went up to 21 shots. She went to bed. She didn't wake back up, right? How I view that, it is tragic. It is very tragic. But how I view this, to put context to the whole idea of a jack of all trades, master of none is oftentimes better than a master of one, right? If this young lady had been a jack of all trades in terms of if she had a little bit of knowledge in regards to everything, she would have known that there's such a thing as alcohol poisoning. There's such a thing as oxygen poisoning. You understand? So being a jack of all trades is never bad. Look at it this way. Being able to fix your own vehicle is never a bad thing. You're not a master mechanic. You can't fix everything that happens to a vehicle. But you know how to fix certain things on your vehicle. For example, I can change the oil on my car. I can change the tires. I can change the brake, the disc pads and so forth. I'm not a mechanic, but I have some knowledge in regards to my car. Right? Another one I would like to touch on. Curiosity killed the cat. Which, again, funny enough, would have you believing that curiosity is a bad thing. However, the full saying is Curiosity killed the cat, and satisfaction brought it back. So, yes, by virtue of your curiosity, you may run into some issues, right? But by virtue of that same curiosity, you may run into great fortune. Look at it this way. I don't remember where I heard this analogy, but I'm going to use it. A man drives from his home to work every day. However, there's two paths to get to his work, right? But every day he drives, police is always behind him, a police patrol car, right? Out of fear of the police, he never took the other part he was always curious about, right? Always curious about this part, but he believed that if he was to switch lanes, the police officer would have pulled him over, right? But one day, his curiosity got the better of him, and he did take the second part. To his pleasure, it got him to work 50% faster. So, curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought it back. And I'm sure if you were to think about that in your own sense, you can think of a few things that are instances where you have had situations where you were curious, and due to your fear you thought this would have been a bad thing, but after proper deliberation with yourself and maybe a second party, you realize that, wait, this is actually beneficial to me. Fascinating one is great minds think alike. And a lot of us would be using this saying to imply that someone that think the same thing that we're thinking, they're smart as we are, as most of us believe that we are smarter than average, which, contrary to popular belief, it is actually suggested that intelligent people actually believe that they're not smart, while not so smart people tend to believe that they are. Take that with a grain of salt and take that how you want to take it. So if you're one of those that out there believing that you're the smartest cookie in the jar, think about it. So, however, let me get back on track. The full saying is great minds think alike, however, fools seldom differ. Maybe I didn't say that 100% word for word, but I'm sure that is exactly the line of it. So, while the saying that we know now are more popular use would suggest that the two people that are saying are thinking the same thing are smart, intelligent people alike. It is more of a humorous, knock on someone, like a little joke to say, well, you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Maybe you're dumb as me. So it's not used to suggest that you both are smart, but rather to suggest that you both are dumb. And that's basically all I have for today. Have a wonderful day, or night, or evening, wherever you are. Do subscribe if you have any specific topic you want me to cover. Feel free to drop it in the comments. Be safe and take care.